from dentistry to software engineering.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you how I learned to code in 4 months and how I started my own business as a web developer without a computer science degree or having attended a bootcamp. If you are interested in learning to code and changing your career, this video is for you. So, how did I learn to code in 4 months and get a job as a web developer? Well, it wasn't easy, but it was definitely worth. Let me give you some background about myself and why I started to learn to code. I graduated from college with a degree in dentistry and became an intern. I enjoyed my job, but I always felt like something was missing. I wanted to do something more creative and challenging, something that allowed me to build things and solve problems. I also wanted to have my own business, not just be an employee. I had always been interested in technology and how things work, and I learned a few Python basics while I was at school, but it was very difficult to keep pace with coding while studying dentistry. Now, let's get back to the learning journey. I started by taking free online courses on websites like Free Bootcamp and YouTube. These resources taught me the basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which are the core languages of web development. JavaScript was the first programming language that I learned, and I used it to add interactivity and functionality to web pages. I learned how to create simple web pages with this language, such as a personal portfolio, a quiz app, and a calculator. I also learned tools like Git and GitHub, which are used to manage and share code projects. I enjoyed learning these skills and seeing the results of my work on the browser. And trust me, even simple results with code make you feel excited and motivated. It's like, hey, I'm finally able to talk with the computer. After learning the basics of web development, the next step was to take a proper introductory course in computer science. I decided to utilize Harvard University CS50 course, which you can do for free on edX. It was one of the best courses I have ever taken. It sparked my passion for programming and computer science and made me want to learn more about this field. CS50 was very challenging, but I enjoyed solving the difficult problem it presented me. I learned C, which taught me the low-level aspects of many functions, and Python, which is another language I learned. I also learned how to use SQLite databases, and most importantly, the fundamentals of how computers work. I think this is essential for anyone who wants to code, especially self-taught learners. Computer science is the study of how computers work, while programming is the practice of creating programs that communicate with computers. The better you understand computers, the better you will be as a software engineer or a programmer. For the final project of CS50, I built a full-fledged web application using the skills I acquired. I learned how to code, how to build a front end and a back end of our site, what languages are used for each, and how to connect them using Flask, a framework that CS50 uses. The front end is the part of web applications that user sees and interacts with. The back end is the part of the web applications that handles data and logic such as server, databases, and APIs. After learning CS50, I wanted to learn more advanced topics and frameworks, like React for the front end, which are tools that make web development easier and faster by providing ready-made features and functionalities. I also learned Django for the backend. I decided to learn React for my front-end framework because it was very popular. I learned React by following some online courses on YouTube. I also used Stack Overflow to ask questions and get answers from other developers. I built some projects with React, such as to-do list app, a weather app, and a blog app. I learned how to fetch data from external APIs using tools like Axios. I also learned how to style my web pages using tools like Bootstrap. After learning React, I wanted to learn how to build a full-stack web application. A web application that has both a front end and a back end and can perform CRUD operations. CRUD stands for create, read, update, and delete, which is the basic functions of any web application that deals with data. I decided to learn Node and Express as my backend framework because they are also based on JavaScript and works well with React. Node is a runtime environment that allows you to run JavaScript code outside of the browser, such as on a server. Express is a web framework that allows you to create and handle web requests such as GET, POST, BOT, and DELETE. I learned Node and Express by following some online courses on YouTube. I learned how to use tools like Nodemon and Postman, which are used to test and debug your backend code. Additionally, learned how to use tools like Mongoose and MongoDB, which are used to create and manage databases. I built some projects with Node and Express, such as a chat app, a blog app, and an e-commerce app. I learned how to use tools like Socket.io and JWT, which are used to create real-time communication and authentication features. I also learned to use tools like PayPal and Stripe, which are used to integrate payment features. Now let's move to the interesting part. After building these projects, I felt confident enough to start planning for my own business. I left dentistry to pursue my own business where I could scale up my income and skills. I researched the market and found a niche in creating online presence for dental centers. I approached the owner of a large group of dental centers which I was working on, who has no online presence, and I offered him my service. I used my marketing experience to persuade him about the benefit of having a website and an app. He agreed and hired me for my first big project, which involved 4 websites and an app with monthly maintenance and support. And that's how I learned to code in 4 months and get a job as a web developer without a computer science degree or attending a bootcamp. It was a challenging but rewarding journey that changed my life for the better. I hope this video inspired you to pursue your own coding dreams and goals. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I would love to hear from you. I have easier way to start at this field, so make sure to subscribe to see how you can do that. Thanks for watching.